Well, that's it, folks. We're still here. It's now 2:15 in the morning. I think we've interviewed everybody who's turned up, more or less. What do you make of it all then, Lynn?
No, it's been great, and I have to tell people that Mel possibly wouldn't carefully admit it himself, but we played a celebrity doubles match, call it whatever, early on in the evening, and how did you get on, Mel, with your partner? What how many did you score? Was 2, was it? You scored
Something like that, but I've got right-handed bowls. Those square wooden bowls. I haven't got my red out.
Goodness
got nothing.
me. He's a man and he's lost, listeners. Listen to it.
You listen to Lynn Pritchard live on Talking Bollocks Radio, 2 o'clock in the morning.
No swearing, there's children listening.
Oh, right, okay, don't tell them. Yeah,
I had the privilege of playing with Tony Buck, former Manchester City player and manager, is that correct?
Who's been practising on the green.
Who played very well, I have to say. And
Mel
had the...
played the ring, has been rigged.
Mel had the privilege of playing with Steve Ridley, one of the organisers' daughters, and Tony and I won 11-2.
Yeah, you wouldn't beat her.
So there you go. First time I've seen a ground man cry for a while.
Yeah, anyway.
But it's been excellent. Let's get back to something serious.
Yeah. We're sitting here in the early hours, in the warm.
We're going to go to a nice warm...
Them guys outside.
Yeah, well, they're doing superb, aren't they? I mean, we're going to go off now and in a couple of hours' time end up in a nice warm house, and they've got another 16 or so hours to go. Yeah. I mean, splendid, isn't it, really, what they're doing? And I think, you know, what we've witnessed this afternoon, tonight, you and I, and people who we've listened to, our guests, you know, have got nothing but praise, you know, for the lads out there, and what a tremendous achievement, you know, it is that they're going for, and all for such an excellent, worthwhile cause.
Yeah, it is. They're a credit to the sport. As I said earlier, I mean, Crown Green bowlers, they reckon we got deep pockets, but when it comes to things like everybody supports each other, and people have travelled miles to come and support them, and they're doing a great job, and they deserve all the applause and plaudits that they get.
Yeah.
And well done. I hope they achieve their goal tomorrow, and they get the 10 grand they're hoping to get, and get the name of Crown Green Bowls in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
So that's it.
And as we've talked earlier on, you know, Crown Green Bowls, it's a big community, but in a way it's a small community because everybody knows one another, and everybody gets on well. And tonight we've seen people from all sorts of corners of the country, from down in the Midlands, you know, our friends here, Paul, and we've got Mandy Paget, who's travelled up from Dudley through to Manchester, Bolton, you know, Yorkshire, Merseyside, you know, a lot of people who've come, you know, and travelled, you know, a long way to come and support them, and just to be here and be part of, you know, something, a piece of history in the Crown Green Bowls world, really.
Yeah, it's nice just being part of it. Anyway, that's it. It's been a great night. We're off now, and we'll thank Paul, who's out of shot here, for setting all this up, and all the guests, and of course mainly the guys from the Lloyds Bowling Club. Yeah,
well, we'll go out now and have a last half hour. I'm going to go and have my cheese toasty before I go off, and go and have a chat to some of the women, and we can't forget the backroom staff as well who've organised, and St John's Ambulance, and you know, it's a hell of a lot of organising to do something like this, and it's, from what I can see, it's gone impeccably well, you know, and everybody involved, from the players to spectators through to the organisers, you know, deserve every bit of credit. And if anybody does want to donate to, you know, very, very worthwhile causes, Paul will be putting a link onto the website of how people do want to donate, should they wish to do so. And it's a sad fact now that a lot of us have relatives or friends, or indeed ourselves, that have been very closely linked to cancer, and it's a terrible illness, and will only be eradicated with research and money into new drugs. So you know, please, you know, dig deep, folks. If any of you want to donate, then you know, there will be a link on the Talking Bowls website.
That's it. And I'll second your remark. That's it. So it's good night from me.
And it's good night from me.